Hey, everybody. I always wait just a few minutes to see if anyone comes on. I see someone has joined us. Hello. Hello. Who's with us today? Hello, Stephanie. How are you? Hey, Karen. Did you get your vacation squared away? Very good. Stephanie, how many classes do you have tonight? Hello, Anne. I don't know how long. I'm going to be on here for at least 30 minutes. I don't know how long beyond that. Karen, you have a regular scheduled student in that time period, right? You know, Stephanie, I will tell you the truth. I have this huge table of makeup behind me, and the only thing that I put on for class every day is this lipstick. And I love this stuff. It is ColourPop Ultra Matte. Shout out to ColourPop. And it's called Sunday. And I just done. Are you with Palfish now, Stephanie, or another company? It doesn't. I'll tell you this. Excuse me, Karen. They don't celebrate daylight savings time. Their time doesn't change, so only yours will. Spring, we go forward. So your, let's say the double hot slot for me is now 6 a.m. After time change, it'll be 7 a.m. But that's really the only thing. Stephanie, any questions that you have about Palfish? I would love to answer them. Y'all have to excuse my mess in here today. It has been probably the craziest week that I have had in a year. Stephanie, honestly, Palfish is my favorite. I wish I had found them months and months ago, years ago, when they first got started. I love the fact that we can advertise ourselves and we don't have to depend on someone else to book us. I love that we don't have to sign 6-month contracts. I love that my performance this month will dictate if I get a raise next month. That's how I look at it, because we get points for each class that we do. And then once you get so many points, you go to the next level, which means you make a little bit more the next month. I like being able to control that. I like the fact that I don't feel like a number. And your schedule will reflect the time change. There's actually, I think, is it March 12th? Karen, me too. I tell you guys, I wish I had found them to begin with. Sure, Stephanie. I'd love to give you my referral information. I think Karen, were you one of my referrals? I know Ann was. I add you to a group, and then I do everything I can to try and help you. What company are you with now, Stephanie? Oh, it won't let me send a link. If you go into any of my other Palfish videos, you'll see Palfish referrals at the bottom. Palfish is, I came from, hey, it's not even red. It looks really dark on here. It's called Sunday. I'm glad you finally made it to a live. But Stephanie, I came from VIP Kid and Go-Go Kid, and I will tell you on everything, come to Palfish. Come to Palfish. It's the best. The bestest. Which, by the way, don't forget, we do have a meetup in Montgomery, Alabama on March 9th. All the information will be in the video that I have coming out on Monday. I'm super excited. I will be there. We will have lunch together. We're going to be at a place called Mr. Gus's Restaurante. It's a Greek place, and they have a nice meeting room. So we're going to have a time of, I guess, fellowship, where we're just going to sit together and talk and eat, and then we're going to have a little bit of teaching and coaching and stuff like that. How many classes are you teaching a week? Stephanie, I only teach about 15 to 20 classes a week, but that's because more of my job is more focused as a mentor on helping teachers be better teachers. Unlike other companies, when you come to Palfish and you're hired, you're assigned a mentor and then an administrator. And those are people you have direct contact with that you can ask questions to. Our app also has a social media aspect where you can chit chat with other teachers. Rather than running to a Facebook page, you can chit chat with other teachers, on the app. And it's really cool. There's chat rooms on there where we kind of keep up with each other, and if we have problems, we can reach out. It's really nice. I actually was brought in as one. because I have quite a bit of experience. There's only 6 mentors for the whole company. So as of right now, they're not looking at hiring any other mentors or bringing any mentors up. I will tell you that all of the mentors came from inside the company except for me. But I have been teaching online for 4 years. I'm also the executive director of the International Online Educators ESL Association. And I'm currently writing a curriculum that this is going to be the official announcement. I'm going to do a whole video about it this week. So I'm currently writing a curriculum for teachers that will be an internet online ESL based TESOL course. It will be solely dedicated to teachers who are going to work online ESL. Whereas right now, all the TESOL courses are geared toward teachers who are going to other countries to teach. I am anticipating this being done in March and available in April. I will be looking for 4 or 5 teachers who are interested in taking the course online to kind of see what it's missing and how it goes. So if you're interested in that, make sure you leave me a comment here. Karen, any word on native? Let me just say this. As of this point in time, I'm going to choose for this to be a positive, uplifting video, so I cannot talk about native. It's coming, though. Don't worry, Karen. In the next 2 weeks, you'll have a video about it. I gotta, it's, man, I don't even want to get into native today. It's a mess. Great, Stephanie. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm going to have some videos coming out this coming week, and I'm going to have a form for you to fill out if you're interested in completing the lesson. Let me just say this, guys. I'm going to give you guys a really quick tip real quick. If you do online teaching and lighting is a problem for you, I'm going to tell you what I found, and it works amazing. At Walmart, they sell these tall stand lamps. Oh, Karen, it's gonna come all to a head. I just got to be careful what I say right now. So they sell these tall stand lamps at Walmart, and this one was, I think, $11. And it looks. Let me turn off the light. It looks like this. There's another one up here. And I just put high-powered bulbs in this baby, and look, it lights up the whole world. So if you need lighting assistance, these are great. I'm not a fan of the ring light. I think it makes you look fake. I know I need one, but I'm trying to avoid it. So one thing I wanted to address today, and I've addressed this in other videos, hi, Ann Benson. And now I have 2 Anns. You're welcome. I tell you guys, I love Palfish also for the fact that they have allowed me to really use my creativity and focus a lot on YouTube videos to help develop you guys into being better online teachers. And thank you to YouTube, because in the last month, my channel was finally monetized. So while it's not a huge paycheck, it will be a little bit of an additional income to make things a little bit easier on me, so I can focus on making great content for you guys. So what I want to talk about in this live really, really quick is specifically, even though you're an online teacher, there is still a level of maturity and professionalism that we must portray. Now, I know this is coming from a woman who's sitting in her house with her nightgown on, with trash sitting behind her that she's trying to hide with her chair, talking over YouTube. However, what I'm referring to is how we interact with each other. How we interact with each other on Facebook, on Instagram, and how we interact with each other in our own Palfish app. We need to remember that we are professionals, and in this business, it's important to maintain your professionalism, because even if you company hop, that's what we call people who kind of spend 2 or 3 weeks at each company. If you're a company hopper, guess what? You're going to run into someone like me who knows people at other businesses, and we will find out, like, I know stuff. And I'm not trying to say that to sound like a butt, right? But if you were fired from a company because you were going on there on the internet and disgracing people, well, disgrace is a huge thing in China. Okay, so I'm saying all of that to say this. Don't be a butt, okay? And number 2, don't be butthurt. Those are my 2 rules. Those are my 2 rules for my daughter. Don't be a butt, and don't be butthurt. Butthurt refers to the people who fly off the handle every single time something doesn't go their way. We have to realistically realize. That tells you guys how tired I am. We have to realize that Palfish is a company, and their number 1 goal and their number 1 focus is always and will always be the students and the students' parents who pay our paychecks. So a lot of the times, like if it's an appeal, Palfish will side with the parent because it's more important for them to keep the parent who's paying than to upset a teacher. So if your internet is out or your phone decides to update, whatever, it really does come back to our fault. And I know that's stressful to some people, but I'm just trying to get that out there. Any other questions, guys? Sorry for my ramblings. And Benson, I will tell you in my next video. Okay, in my next video, I'm going to be posting about it. There will be a link for you to fill out a form to let me know so I can notify you once it's up online. Monique, okay. This is a touchy subject. All right. A couple of things are happening. Number 1, a lot of companies will still hire you if you do not have a TESOL. However, some of them are teaching their own TESOL course. Well, the problem with that is if you take the TESOL course there, you don't get to take it with you. The government in China came out and said by the end of the year they wanted English teachers to have a TESOL, and they wanted them, to have the list of requirements, the things they wanted us to do. How do I say this without? I want to be very careful and put my words wisely so that I'm not saying anything negative. So the government has not said the specific date that they're going to make everything mandatory still. But that doesn't mean that it couldn't come out that Monday they want everybody on board. It could come out in June or November. Palfish is taking the stance of we want to take care of this up front so we don't have to go back and fire anyone later. Which is why you have to have your TESOL to apply for Palfish. Another reason I'm super excited to have a TESOL that is geared strictly at online learning. It's going to be an accredited TESOL through the International Council of Online Educators standards. So it will be international. It's the exact same accreditation of International Open Academy. And I'm so excited. The first few people who actually go through it and they don't, okay, hold on. Let me start with Ann Benson. So, the first 5-6 people who go through and take the TESOL online that I'm doing is going to be free because I'm going to need a couple people to test it and give me some feedback so I can make some recommendations and some changes and get them approved before I go live with it. As far as how much it'll cost once it goes online, I'm thinking about $24 to $25. And it's really just because of the cost of the website. It's going to keep it running for me. So it's really hands off for me, except for certifications. It is a little bit more in depth, which I like. It's going to be more in depth than the International Open Academy. There's a project that you have to complete. There is a mock lesson that you have to do, but it's all for sake of actually teaching you, not just giving you a piece of paper with your name on it. And coming out of that TESOL being truly prepared for what you're going to be entering in the traditional classroom of online ESL. Let's see. So $24, $25 is what I'm thinking. And yes, you have your TESOL, you're good to go. Monique, makes sense. Be prepared. Exactly. Rather than deal with a backlash later, be prepared now. I fully respect that idea. And what really geared me toward doing another TESOL course is because I couldn't find my TESOL. I actually have a 168-hour TESOL, which is the TESOL through university to go and teach the TESOL course. And I can't find it. I also can't find my college diploma. So what I did was I took the one with International Open Academy just so I had one quick to send them, and I thought it was awful. Actually, and the way it's being designed right now is it'll be self-paced and self-study, and then you will submit to me your project and your mock class, and then I will give it back to you. Hi, US Angel. I'm so glad you joined us. I think you will agree with me as well. The idea of having more truly trained, it makes a lot of stress come off of you when you're being hired, because then you know what TPR is and you know how to troubleshoot some of the basic tech issues that can happen in any company. It's exciting that it'll actually be covered and it will actually be like you have to understand it and put it into practice before your interview. And it's going to make interview process easier because if you already understand TPR and you already understand the idea of how to connect with a student who's motivated a couple of different ways, it makes rewards easier, it makes props easier, it makes TPR easier, and it truly makes being able to change the level so that you get the student's true comprehensive level correct in the trial so much easier. And it's a hard thing for me to try and write in this curriculum because I'm trying to do stuff that's really across the board. So it's the idea of it's the idea of if your classroom isn't working, the very first thing I do is come out and go back in. Let's start there. Come out and go back in. Change device. Do you have another device? Is your internet working well? Screenshot. If you can't get in, screenshot. You try another device, screenshot. Like those are it's just basic tech information that I'm providing. And I hope that it helps somebody. I feel like I'm rambling sometimes because I have so many things that I want to say and I can't get them all out at the same time. You're welcome, Karen. You can message me anytime. I think you have my Facebook too. Exactly. And it's, TPR in the little one that I took for International Open Academy because I wanted to get a certificate quick. It was really hard because TPR to them was turning out a light. That's not TPR. what do I have a degree in? I have a 4-year degree from Auburn University in business administration. I have a master's degree from Auburn University in accounting management, and then I have about 6 credit hours left of my second master's, which is in youth ministry and theological studies. And then I'm hoping to do my PhD in theological studies. I'm kind of at a stall point with that. I want to get through with the second master's and then take a little bit of time. Because I've been in school for a long time, y'all. A long time. Mine wasn't really that comprehensive, but at the time I actually took mine, I was hoping to be a traveling missionary and teach English. So life didn't have that planned for me. I'm turning this off, guys. I hope you can still see me, but it's so bright. There we go. My life took a different path. And so now I get to use what I learned in school for this, which I love. And I'm super, super excited this week. We have someone in the group, Ann S. Ann is actually, we have been friends. Ann, when did we meet? 2003? Ann and I have been friends for a long, long time. She works in children's ministry. We actually did ministry together for several years. 2006. I knew it was a long time ago. We worked together at the church for a while together. Our kids are good friends. So this week she was actually hired on. And so I'm excited to have her as a part of the team. She's going to be really great. U.S. Angel, I agree. That is something I know that at one point in time we had talked about doing with the International Association of Online ESL Educators. It's just not something that I've had time to devote to it right now. But I'd love to maybe talk to you about that. Actually, at some point, U.S. Angel, you and I need to get together and meet face to face, because I can only imagine some of the things that we could come up with. I mean, we would probably send the administrators for a loop if we gave them a list of everything we wanted to do. Actually, I think that's great, Ann Benson. I think that a lot of the songs that we have are very repetitive, and so students love music and they love getting into it. And if you can do that, the passive income with the songs and the videos and the lives, definitely a doable thing. Yes. Monique, I do only teach for Palfish as a company. I will tell you that I do have a few individual students in other countries that I teach in just something that I teach them via Skype. And I only teach them because I knew their parents. So now I get to teach their babies, and I love that. Yes, Angel, we will figure it out. I think we're on the same side of the country, just north and south. Everybody, make sure that you go over to and you follow US Angel Teaches, her YouTube channel. Can you put your link below? She's also a mentor. She's the only other US mentor that we have. Her and I are the only ones that are here. So a lot of the times during the day when you guys ask questions, it's one of us that answer them. You know, I work with Upwork. I work with Upwork, but I work with Upwork and I do customer service. I have not explored any of their teaching things because none of the stuff that goes on Upwork is vetted. Like anybody can go on there and say that they're company ABC and that they are hiring 500 teachers and they'll actually get applications. I hold, how do I say this? I've had enough in my life of dealing with companies that are not up and running and prepared. I like established companies, and I like I don't want to be messing around with those that I teach. I've had some weird offers. So I only teach those outside of any company that I know them personally or their families personally. But I don't do anything else. I don't teach, and I specifically do not teach anyone in China. Oh yeah. Honestly, I don't know, Monique. I haven't looked at it. It kind of scares me a little bit. And I say that because what I love about online teaching is that class is 25 minutes. And at the end of that class, I'm done with that student. I actually had a teacher contact me over Christmas, and she had like gone through and tracked down every teacher that this student has had, and she created a group, and she wanted us all to work together to try and figure out how to get him to pronounce his hard consonants better and his long vowels. And I was just like, that's a great plan, but I have 200 students. I can't, no. And I told her, I said, you know, US Angel Teaches, you all need to go and follow her YouTube page because she's even more experienced at being a mentor than I am. She's been with Palfish longer. I don't know which one of US Angel, how long have you been teaching? Yeah, Monique, it was pretty extreme. And I get it, like things were slow at the time, but that's the thing that I like. I also like that parents don't get my personal information. Parents can't just email me or call me whenever they want to. And it's scheduled and end of the story. But that's just my preference, I think. You know, if you're comfortable with it, you know, maybe give it a shot. And yeah, no, let me tell you, I actually, when I was with another company, I gave my WeChat out to one mom. And the next thing I knew, I had like 40 requests on WeChat. No. Now, that mom and I are really close. We're still really close. But what had happened was she recommended me to a mommy blogger that she had, a friend that she has, and it just kind of blew up. And I said, no. Okay, so Anne, I'll start with you. I'm in Central Standard Time. I'm 1 hour earlier. I generally teach from 5 to 7. Sometimes I'll have like a 3 a.m. or a 4 a.m. I do open up from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. And I do that because of the different things that I have going on here after 7. So I open 3 to 7. Most popular for me are 5 to 7. So for you, that would be 4 to 6. However, that will roll over once time changes to 5 to 7. Monique, are you teaching tomorrow, Sam? How many hours of sleep will you get tonight? Yes, I'm teaching some. I've already taught tonight. Yes, I'm teaching in the morning. I have classes starting at 3 a.m. And I have my heaviest load of classes tomorrow that I've had all week. So I'll be teaching from 3 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And then I have 500 other things I have to get done. How many hours of sleep? I normally get like 3 hours of sleep a night. So US Angel has been with the company since 2007. She's one of the official program teachers, one of the first official program teachers. I haven't been with Palfish as long, but I've been teaching ESL for about, it's like 3.5 years now. So I may have longer in my belt, but she's got longer with Palfish. One hasn't been followed.